Shiv got buffed. Shiv got buffed. What the fuck? So he got a nerf and then they buffed him as well to compensate it. And I think the buff is better than the nerf. It says rage now only builds up from damaging players, which is a nerf. But then they made it easier to build the rage up, increase how long the rage stays built up. So they nerfed his bloodletting a little bit. But then they reduced the cooldown of it so you can use it more often. And it also clears more damage now as well. This is a huge patch. Heavy melee cooldown increased. Parried stun duration is no longer reduced by debuff resistance. What? Holy shit, dude. That makes debuff remover like so much worse. Holy shit, dude. That item was so good because normally, like, when you parry somebody, you can get 2 punches off them guaranteed. But now, and like, you'd buy that item, they can only get 1. And sometimes they'd go for the second one and you could parry it. But now you can't do that anymore. They can always get 2 hits in now, no matter what. That's fucking crazy. Holy shit, dude. This is good. Oh my god, dude. They just added, they just added Rainbow Six Siege fucking speed tiering. Haze, Ivy, Holiday, Calico, Grey, Talon, and Paradox are all 3 speeds. These are all 2 speeds, and then these are 1 speeds. Oh my god. The teleporters behind the walkers are gone! What? Holy shit, dude! Oh my god, dude! Holy shit! That changes the game completely! Dude, a long time ago, they removed... There used to be side teleporters in the middle on both sides, so you could literally just go to the other side of the map. And it was fucking OP as shit. But it was okay because you could... they removed it, and it was okay because you could still back up to the walker and use that teleporter. But you can't even do that now! What the heck? Yes, I noticed this today while playing. This is huge because this bounce pad was so good, dude. So this is good. This makes games not drag out as long. Like if you're rolling, you're gonna keep rolling, you know? Okay, so they increased jungle farm. Okay, they made it to where jungle does not respawn as often, so we're not spending the whole game farming. Okay, so these damage you more. So like soul splitting is less efficient in lane when, you know, like there's 5 people in the lane, you only get like 10 souls from a trooper. The same is going to apply to kill bounties. So like if there's 5 people killing a dude, it's going to be less efficient. But if it's only 1 or 2 people, you're going to get that full efficiency. This encourages not deathballing. Okay, so you're faster while shooting. Sidewalkers are tankier. So your abilities do more damage to walkers now. Good. So this would be Warden's ult. Warden is really strong because he can just pop his last stand and then hold you under tower and just completely melt it. And so now it does half as much damage to objectives. Same with Seven's ult. Same with Bebop's ult. And same with McGinnis's ult. These are all really good changes because these are all very oppressive ults, especially when used on objectives like that. Okay, so this is an amazing change. Lanes are gonna get shoved quicker now. Makes games end quicker. Yep. This is an amazing change. I did not even know that they had a run and a walk speed. That's cool to know. Okay. This will be good when you actually shoot somebody. You can actually catch up to them. They don't just like off forward. They go straight down now. Okay, so they don't get stunned as long now though. Restorative shot got nerfed. Good. Fleet foot nerfed. Melee charge nerfed. Spirit shred bullets. Got a little bit of a buff. Okay. This is good. This is a good change. Makes slowing bullets a lot more consistent. Switch striker got buffed. Yeah. Express shot, primary weapon damage increased. Okay, this is a Shiv buff. I just want to throw that out there. Toxic bullets. Okay, I don't know why they did that. Oh, that's why they did that. Okay, so it starts out with less damage, but it's gonna grow to be better in the late game. I feel like they are nerfing items like based off of like how much people buy them, but people always buy this item because it's like one of the only melee items. It's also like a crazy melee item, so maybe it did need a little bit of nerf. I don't play melee characters too much, so I don't know. But you know, Shiv deleting me in two heavy melee punches is not. Armor piercing rounds got nerfed. Shadow weave capacitor got increased. Nice. Spell slinger and buff duration is increased. Guardian ward cooldowns reduced. Weapon shielding barriers reduced. Yeah, that means spirit shielding got nerfed too. Yep. This item was so good. Oh, it scales with boons now. Never mind. So they're just moving items from scaling with the amount of souls that you have to, or no, the amount of spirit that you have rather, to the amount of boons that you have. And I think that they're doing that so that it's less tied to, you know, like stuff like the mini urns, and you know, like the temporary bridge buffs, and they want it to be tied more like more to your character stats, because your boons is like your character level. And so they just want that to it feels like they're wanting things like that to scale more like fairly and evenly, rather than just like being better on a character that builds in the spirit. You know, like this item wouldn't be good on Hayes because she buys all gun items. But if I bought this item on 7 and I bought a shit ton of spirit items, there you go. Like it would make shielding even better. And so they're just trying to balance out the scaling of the item. Return fire. And I think these boon changes are really nice, by the way, with like what I just explained. Veil Walker got or buffed actually. I stopped buying that item, so that's kind of good. Metal skin as well. This item needs to be buffed, or else I don't know. Yeah, it just got nerfed. Okay. The parry change is fucking crazy. It's gonna do a lot. I think gonna fuck a lot of people up. We'll see if people keep buying deep. I mean, like it's still a needed item because you know, like you buy it. You don't even really buy it for the parry. You buy it for, you know, characters that you have in your match, and the parry was kind of just a bonus. But yeah. Trophy collector, good. Got buffed. Okay, spirit resistance got nerfed. Isn't this just spirit armor? Why they nerfed the spirit armor? Rusted barrel now reduces. Okay, that's good. Pressure fire rate. A cold front slowing. They nerfed cold front. Slowing hex got buffed. Bullet. Okay, got a little bit of a buff. Spirit. Spirit sap. There's a lot of changes here. Same. Okay, so it just got like a little bit of a stat buff. Disarm hex got a cooldown buff. Urge of power. Duration is increased. Fire rate increased. Spirit power increased. Okay, so surge of power got buffed, it looks like, but it's on a longer cooldown now. So we'll see how that goes. Tank Buster now ignores spirit resistance. No wonder I was fucking them up with my dynamo ones. Wow, this is a good change. Tank Buster is really good now. Oh, but they did reduce the damage. Okay, heroes. I already know Shiv got a buff in my opinion, but we'll see how it goes. Bebop no longer has 10% bullet resistance. It's good. Bebop has. Okay, so they removed his innate bullet resistance and they just gave him natural bullet resistance, or scaling bullet resistance. They nerfed his gun damage. Yeah, it looks like they just nerfed Bebop's gun damage here. Okay, these 3 lines make the character really have no change at all. What they did was add 4 seconds to the cooldown of the bomb, and then add 2 meters, and then they took away her 1 and added 4 seconds. So this all just counters each other out. The bomb gets thrown quicker. Okay. Bro, thank you. Turret health got nerfed. It's great. Mirage got his gun damage nerfed. Paradox got a gun damage buff. That makes your kinetic pulse better, dude. That makes me want to play more Paradox because, you know, I was fucking people up the other day. Affliction, okay, it seems like a buff. Okay, I want to talk about this. I think that they tried nerfing him here. They tried, but what this does is encourage Shiv to continue to fight the team instead of go off and farm. What you would do is, you know, like if you weren't farming or like if you weren't fighting anybody, you'd go like farm camps to keep your rage built up. But now what Shiv players are gonna do is they're just gonna want to go fight more. You think that you nerfed him here, but you really didn't. They took this away from him and then they gave him a bunch of buffs to compensate for it. I don't think this is a good change. But they basically made it to where you can only build up rage off of players, and it builds up easier now. Okay, so that's why I think that it's a part of why I really don't think this is a nerf. It's more of like moving him around and seeing where he fits. Rage decay duration is increased, so now what I think happens is it fades slower because you have to fight players and you can't just go farm jungle or minions. So they increase the time it starts decaying. So it gives you more time to find that fight, keep your rage built up. This is a nerf right here. I'm pretty sure this is gonna make it to where he can't refer as much damage by half. It means that his deferred damage goes down twice as quick, I think, from my understanding of what this line is. So this is a nerf, but and it makes it more for like burst damage and less like 12 seconds is a long time, guys. And so like he could just use that whenever. But now it has to be a lot more like, I just took a lot of damage just then. So now I'm gonna use it. It clears more damage, so he heals more. I don't know what this does. I don't think it's really gonna change much. And then and maybe the ability order a little bit, and then they buff the healing even more. So now it heals 75% of the deferred damage instead of 50, what it was before. 7, he got nerfed. He was pretty strong. His sprint speed is pretty zoomy. And they just moved this around a little bit, and they nerfed the damage of the ult as well. The crow doesn't bounce off of objectives anymore. I think this is a good change. And her tether is also really oppressive, so this is a good change. Puddle punch cooldown reduced. That's pretty cool. And then they just nerfed the T3 a little bit. Okay. Warden needs changed a little bit too. He's pretty strong right now, so let's see what they did. Warden bullet base damage reduction from 17 to 15. So they nerfed his gun damage. Well, they didn't. They nerfed his early gun damage, his base gun damage, and it just scales better over time now. And then Yamato's shit got moved around a little bit as well. It's kind of weird. What do I think about this patch? I think that Shiv needed hit a little hard. I like that they're moving him around and not really fucking obliterating him from the game. That's pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna try him out and see how he feels. The mid boss rework is pretty fucking crazy. This changes like the point of the rejuvenator totally. I think it's gonna change steals. It's gonna do a lot. The debuff resistance on parrying is fucking crazy. This is also gonna be kind of weird getting used to. There's a lot of good changes in here, I think, though. I noticed that they're trying to make the games end quicker, and that's really what this game needs. They're They're getting rid of some of the comeback mechanics, nerfing them a little bit so games don't drag out to an hour long. And they're making it to where minions walk up lanes quicker and start respawning and shoving quicker. So that's really good because that is one of my main problems with this game. There's a lot of good changes in here. If you play this game, definitely take note of them because I think it moves the game around a lot and it makes me look forward to the next patch. Because this all Yoshi, the god, said that this is just something that they're throwing us to keep us happy while they still work on the next massive patch. I think we're going to get new characters. I think we're going to get a map design. I think the game's going to change completely. Like, I really do. They do so much with this game, and they're super secretive about it. But, you know, the map rework, 4 lanes to 3 lanes blew my mind. The item rework blew my mind. I think they're going to do so much more with this game. And I really look forward to see what they do with it. Yoshi's cooking for sure. They're all cooking. I'm really happy with the progress that Valve has made so far. You guys are doing amazing. But yeah, thank you for going over the patch notes with me. Yeah, have a good day, everyone.